Something significant is moving toward you, and it has been building for longer than you may realize. Take a slow, steady breath before you hear this, because what you are about to receive is not random, not a coincidence, and not something you manufactured inside your mind. You did not create this from your thoughts. You did not overanalyze the situation, and you did not misread the signals that were placed right in front of you. Your intuition has been gently whispering to you for a very long time. Even during the moments when you tried to quiet it or push it aside. Very soon, someone is going to speak the words aloud that confirm everything you have already sensed deep inside. And when that moment arrives, you will not be surprised. You will simply feel the quiet relief of being proven right about something you always knew. You felt it long before you could put it into words, before logic made sense of it, before you had evidence, before any direct conversation took place. There was a quiet knowing inside you. It felt like a subtle pull you could not explain, a strange blend of heaviness and warmth that settled in your chest. There were moments when this person's name surfaced in your mind without any clear reason, and times when the silence between you felt louder and more significant than anything that was actually spoken. You tried to dismiss that feeling. You distracted yourself. You told yourself that perhaps you were simply imagining things. Maybe you were attaching too much meaning to small moments. But intuition does not demand your attention or force its way through. It waits calmly and patiently until the truth has space to arrive. And your intuition has been extraordinarily patient with you. Here at Carl Jung Psychology, this is precisely the kind of inner language we explore together. The quiet communication of the psyche that most people are never taught to recognize or trust. If this message is already stirring something real inside you, make sure you are subscribed and have notifications turned on. The content on this channel is created for the ones who are ready to truly listen to themselves. The reason for this patience is straightforward. This person has been holding back something essential. The confession that is approaching did not emerge suddenly. It has been developing slowly over time, quietly, and sometimes painfully, within their heart and mind. They did not remain silent because they did not care. In fact, they stayed quiet precisely because they cared more deeply than they knew how to handle. They were afraid of saying the wrong thing, afraid of being rejected, afraid of transforming the connection in ways they could not take back, and afraid of acknowledging feelings that felt too powerful to contain. Vulnerability of that magnitude does not announce itself easily. It waits until the weight of silence becomes heavier than the fear of speaking. They were paying far closer attention to you than you ever realized. They noticed subtle shifts in your mood, your energy, and your presence. They remembered small details about you that you assumed no one else observed or valued. And many times, when they nearly found the courage to speak, fear moved in and stopped them before the words could form completely. But fear cannot hold its position forever. Your intuition sensed their inner struggle, even when nothing was communicated directly between you. You could feel that something between you remained unfinished, like a sentence that never reached its final word. That is why the energy felt incomplete, and that is why the connection never fully dissolved. no matter how much either of you tried to move past it. No matter how much time or distance came between you, your intuition continued to detect their hesitation, the emotional withdrawal that would unexpectedly shift back into warmth and closeness, and the indirect ways they kept finding to remain present in your life. You noticed the tension when you occupied the same space, the unspoken weight in moments that seemed simple on the surface, and the way silence itself carried a meaning neither of you acknowledged out loud. This was never confusion the way you feared. It was truth being suppressed, and suppressed truth always finds a path to the surface, sooner or later. That is not sentiment. That is the way the psyche functions. The reason this confession is arriving now is because timing carries far more significance than most people acknowledge. Something has changed, either within you, within them, or perhaps within both of you at the same time. Maybe you began pulling your energy back and directing your focus inward. Maybe you stopped pursuing answers and stopped trying to force resolution. Maybe you chose inner peace over endless waiting and made the deliberate choice to release your grip on the outcome. And strangely, that is precisely what created the space for this truth to move toward you. When you stopped needing the answer with such desperation, the answer began moving closer on its own. This confession is no longer about emotional leverage or the need to feel chosen. It is about honesty becoming stronger than fear, and that shift is irreversible. When it arrives, do not expect a dramatic declaration like something constructed for a film. It may come in a very quiet, almost ordinary moment, one that appears simple on the surface, but carries an emotional weight that is impossible to dismiss. It might arrive in words like, "I have been wanting to tell you something," or "I do not know why I am saying this now, but I have carried this feeling for a very long time," or even simply, "You were right, you always were." And when those words are spoken, something inside you will grow very still and calm, because you will recognize the truth immediately, without requiring any further explanation. You will not feel blindsided. You will not feel shocked. Instead, you will feel confirmed. You will not think to yourself that you never saw it coming. You will quietly understand, "I already knew." That calm response, that steady recognition settling in your chest, is your intuition being validated in the most direct and undeniable way possible. What you are about to understand here at Carl Jung Psychology goes far deeper than a single moment of confession. It reaches into the very way the psyche holds truth, how the unconscious communicates what the conscious mind refuses to speak, why certain connections refuse to dissolve until the truth has been fully honored, and what it means to trust your inner world in a culture that constantly tells you to doubt it. This is the deeper work, the inner work that Carl Jung devoted his life to understanding. If you are still watching this, you are already part of the rare few who are willing to face what most people spend their entire lives running from. 97% of people scroll past content like this, not because it does not reach them, but because it reaches them too deeply. If this is already moving something inside you, subscribe to Carl Jung Psychology right now and turn on notifications. What you are about to hear does not just explain this confession. It will permanently change how you see yourself. Life is not attempting to surprise you with something foreign. It is confirming what your inner voice has known for a very long time. What this person is truly confessing runs deeper than surface-level emotion. They are admitting that they tried to resist their feelings, that they struggled to let you go, even when they outwardly pretended they had succeeded. They are acknowledging that distance did not erase what they felt, that pretending not to care was exhausting to maintain, that the silence was heavy for them too, and that holding everything locked inside eventually became unsustainable. This confession is not only an emotional release for them, it is a release for you as well. It clears the air that has felt dense and unresolved for so long, and it restores something to you that has quietly been waiting to be returned. This moment carries genuine significance, not simply because of love or connection, but because of what it returns to your own hands. Once this unfolds, you will understand with clarity that your intuition is strong and precise. Your emotional awareness is real and has always been real. Your inner voice is worthy of complete trust. You were never too sensitive, never dramatic, never foolish, never wrong. You were simply perceiving something real before it had language or proof to support it. You were being shaped for this moment through everything you have moved through recently. Emotional growth, learning to detach, developing inner strength, and becoming genuinely comfortable with uncertainty. None of those experiences were wasted. You needed to become grounded enough inside yourself to receive the truth without losing your footing within it. And now you are standing in exactly that place. After the confession arrives, it is essential to hold one truth clearly in mind. Honesty does not automatically deliver a perfect beginning. What it truly brings is clarity where there was only confusion, truth where there were only guesses, and the full return of agency to your hands. You get to decide what comes next, not from a place of longing or desperation, but from a place of genuine awareness and self-respect. That is what real growth looks like. That is what authentic strength feels like. If you are hearing this and feeling emotion rise within you, that itself is a form of confirmation. If you feel calm rather than anxious right now, that reflects genuine alignment within yourself. If this message feels familiar and close to your heart, that is your intuition recognizing its moment. Before we go deeper, if you have felt that quiet inner knowing about someone, and this message is confirming what you already sensed, drop the number 11 in the comments right now. In Jungian psychology, 11 represents the threshold between the conscious and unconscious mind, the exact space where this kind of truth quietly lives before it finds its voice. Let this community at Carl Jung Psychology know that you have already been standing at that threshold. You did not imagine this connection. You did not misread the energy. You did not wait without reason. Someone is genuinely coming forward with a confession that aligns with everything you have already sensed within yourself. As this moment approaches, resist the urge to force anything into motion. Do not attempt to manufacture a conversation before its time. And do not permit yourself to begin doubting now, when you are this close to clarity. Allow the truth to arrive in its own natural way and at its own pace. Because when it does, you will understand something deeply meaningful. Your intuition did not only sense love, it sensed the right time for that love to finally be spoken. And that time is here. As you move forward from this point, there is a deeper layer to what this moment is bringing into your life. It is not something loud or overwhelming. It is something steady and grounding that quietly settles within you over time. After the confession is spoken and the truth is finally placed in the open, you may notice a shift in your body before your mind has even fully processed what has happened. Your shoulders soften. Your breath feels fuller and less constrained. The constant mental noise that once circled around unanswered questions begins to quiet down. This occurs because clarity has a genuinely calming effect on the soul. For so long, your energy was tied up in wondering, sensing, and waiting. Even on the days when you convinced yourself you were fine, a portion of your energy remained devoted to that unresolved space. Now, that energy returns to you completely. You may revisit past moments in your mind and suddenly perceive them with entirely new understanding. Small interactions that once confused you now make complete sense. Words that once felt unfinished now connect to their true meaning. Silence that once felt heavy now feels explained. This does not pull you backward into the past. Instead, it releases you from it. You are no longer carrying unspoken tension or emotional uncertainty that has no clear direction. What follows is a period of genuine choice. And choice feels profoundly different when it comes from awareness rather than emotional hunger. You are no longer pursuing a feeling or seeking validation from outside yourself. You are standing in your own clarity, seeing the situation for what it truly is and choosing from that place. This allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. You may feel genuine compassion for the other person, understanding how deeply fear kept them silent and how difficult it truly was for them to finally speak their truth. At the same time, you feel compassion for yourself as well, recognizing how patient you were, how consistently you trusted your inner voice even when it was uncomfortable, and how much inner strength you built through that entire process. This balance is important. It keeps you from losing yourself in another person's emotional experience, while still honoring everything you have felt. Whatever direction this connection takes from here, it will be constructed on honesty rather than assumption. And that foundation changes the nature of everything that follows. You may find that you no longer feel the compulsive need to analyze every message, every pause, or every subtle shift in someone's behavior. Your nervous system begins to settle because truth creates a foundation of genuine stability. Even when questions remain ahead of you, they no longer feel threatening or destabilizing. You understand now that you can navigate uncertainty without losing yourself in it. You trust your own sense of timing, and you no longer need to force outcomes in order to feel secure within yourself. This moment also deepens your relationship with yourself in ways that extend well beyond this particular connection. You begin to honor your intuition more completely, not as something mysterious or irrational, but as a quiet inner guide that has now demonstrated its reliability beyond any doubt. This confidence moves into every other area of your life. You listen more closely to your inner signals in all situations. You hesitate less when something genuinely feels wrong. You step forward with greater self-trust and less need for external confirmation. That is one of the most significant and lasting gifts of this entire experience. It teaches you that patience is not weakness, that silence does not always signal absence, and that truth moves at its own pace and cannot be rushed without losing something essential. As you continue forward, remember that you are not obligated to rush toward any conclusion or label. You are allowed to take your time, to feel precisely what you feel, and to choose only what sincerely aligns with your peace and your values. This chapter is not about proving anything to anyone. It is about honoring what you already know and allowing your life to unfold with greater honesty and self-respect than before. Whatever comes next, you are no longer waiting in the dark. You are standing in full awareness, and that changes everything. As this awareness settles deeper into you, another quiet transformation begins to take shape. One that you may not perceive all at once, but that you will experience over time in small and meaningful ways. You begin to realize that you are no longer operating from fear of loss or from fear of being misunderstood. Instead, you are moving from a place of genuine self-connection, and that is an entirely different way of moving through the world. Your emotions feel steadier. Your thoughts feel cleaner and less cluttered. You begin to understand that this experience was never designed to rush you toward a predetermined outcome. It was meant to slow you down enough to truly see yourself, to meet yourself honestly and without the distraction of unresolved emotional tension. The waiting, the sensing, the moments of doubt, and the moments of quiet hope, they were all shaping you into someone capable of holding truth without being shattered by its weight. You may notice that conversations feel lighter now, that your responses are calmer, and that you are less unsettled by uncertainty in general. This is because your inner world has found its footing. You no longer require constant reassurance from outside because you have learned how to offer it to yourself. You no longer feel the urge to pursue clarity externally because clarity has already arrived within you. Even if this connection continues to develop gradually, it will do so without the suffocating emotional pressure that once defined it. And if it takes a different path entirely, you will meet that reality with grace rather than resistance. There is genuine strength in knowing you will be okay either way. And that strength reshapes how you show up in every single interaction, with others, and most importantly, with yourself. You may also find yourself becoming more present in daily life, more engaged with your own goals, your creativity, and your sense of personal direction and purpose. This is not because the connection no longer matters to you. It is because it no longer defines you. You are grounded in yourself first, and that creates a far healthier and more spacious foundation for any relationship to exist within. Over time, you will see that this experience refined your emotional awareness in ways that cannot be undone or forgotten. It taught you how to listen beneath the surface of words, how to trust the quiet signals your inner world sends, and how to remain open without abandoning your own needs in the process. These lessons remain with you long after the moment has passed. They shape how you love, how you communicate, and how you protect the peace you have worked so hard to build. You become more intentional and selective with your energy, not from fear or defensiveness, but from genuine respect for yourself. And in that space, whatever is meant to grow will grow naturally, without force or confusion on your part. You are no longer waiting for external signs or searching for signals from outside yourself. You are living in alignment with what you already know. This is where real emotional maturity resides, not in dramatic endings or in flawless beginnings, but in quiet confidence and in the kind of inner stability that cannot be shaken by circumstances. And as you continue moving forward, you carry a deeper trust in the nature of life itself, knowing that what is true will always find its way to the surface, and that what is genuinely meant for you will never require you to abandon yourself in order to receive it. Right now, if this message has confirmed something you have been quietly carrying inside, drop 777 in the comments below. In the language of inner alignment and consciousness, 777 represents the convergence of intuition, truth, and timing, the precise intersection where what you have sensed finally meets what is real. That is exactly what is happening for you. Let this community at Carl Jung Psychology know that you felt it too, and let the number speak for the recognition you feel in this moment. As you keep moving through this chapter of your life, something worth noticing is how your relationship with time itself begins to change. You stop feeling pressured by invisible deadlines or shaped by expectations that were never clearly defined. Instead, you feel genuinely present, rooted in the moment you are standing in right now, rather than pulled forward by anxiety or backward by regret. There is a quiet confidence that follows you through your days, not the kind that requires announcement or external proof, but the kind that lives in your posture, your tone, and the steady way you carry yourself through whatever arises. You trust that what needs to be said will eventually be said, and that what needs to unfold will do so without you forcing its shape. This trust allows you to rest emotionally in a way that you may not have permitted yourself for a very long time. You begin to understand that this connection was never designed to consume you. It was designed to awaken you. It revealed how deeply you are capable of feeling, how perceptive you truly are beneath the surface, and how strong your inner awareness has always been, even when you doubted it. With this understanding firmly in place, you stop questioning your emotional depth and start genuinely honoring it. You recognize that sensitivity is not a liability, and that intuition is not imagination. They are forms of intelligence, quiet, consistent, and deeply trustworthy, that guided you through extended uncertainty and delivered you safely to truth. You may also notice that you are less disturbed by mixed signals or emotional inconsistency. Where confusion once pulled you inward, clarity now acts as a natural and reliable filter. You perceive people more accurately for who they truly are and for where they are genuinely capable of meeting you emotionally. This does not make you cold or detached. It makes you honest with yourself in the most mature and caring sense. You allow others to show you who they are without attempting to reshape them or fill in their gaps on their behalf. This self-respect becomes your new foundation, the ground you stand on when everything else is shifting. From this place, your choices become cleaner and more aligned with your actual values. You no longer remain in situations simply hoping they will eventually become something they are not. You choose what feels stable, mutual, and emotionally authentic. And when something no longer meets you where you are, you release it without resentment. This emotional maturity brings a quality of peace that stays with you even in moments of uncertainty and transition. You trust yourself to navigate whatever arrives next with steadiness rather than fear. You understand that you do not need to pursue validation or justify your worth to anyone. Your presence alone carries sufficient truth. As life continues to move and shift around you, you remain centered, open, and fully aware. And that is the quiet power this entire journey has given you. The ability to move forward without fear, to listen without self-doubt, and to live without abandoning the deep wisdom that has always resided within you. As you continue along this path, the understanding you have gained does not diminish with time. It deepens and expands. Each day, even in moments that appear entirely unremarkable, you notice how differently you respond to people, to situations, and to your own inner life. You are no longer pulled into emotional turbulence as quickly as before. When challenges surface, you meet them with steadiness rather than alarm. This is because something inside you has genuinely settled. The constant questioning, the silent wondering, and the emotional guessing no longer control your inner world. You trust yourself enough to pause before reacting, to listen before speaking, and to feel what you feel without becoming submerged by it. This shift is subtle in how it appears, but profound in how it functions. Your boundaries become clearer without requiring lengthy justification or explanation. You naturally move away from what depletes your energy and toward what genuinely sustains it. You no longer carry guilt for choosing peace over chaos, or for choosing yourself over situations that would require you to make yourself smaller to fit. This new way of existing does not come from closing your heart. It comes from understanding the full value of what lives within it. You still care deeply. You still feel with real intensity, but you are no longer willing to lose yourself in uncertainty or emotional imbalance. And that decision alone transforms the quality of every relationship in your life. You also recognize that this entire experience taught you something essential and lasting about patience. Not the kind of patience that waits endlessly without direction or purpose, but the kind that observes, absorbs, and quietly grows while allowing life to reveal its truth in its own time. You see now that the waiting was never actually about another person. It was about becoming emotionally prepared to receive clarity without fear accompanying it. You were learning how to remain firmly rooted in yourself, even when answers were delayed and the silence stretched on longer than felt comfortable. This lesson becomes a permanent part of how you move through the world, in relationships, in personal goals, and in every space where outcomes are not entirely within your control. You stop forcing outcomes and begin trusting the timing that life provides. You understand that what arrives before its moment may not be properly held, and what arrives after the right time may no longer be what is truly needed. Timing, you discover through lived experience, is not punishment or reward. It is alignment. And you begin to respect it rather than resist it at every turn. This acceptance brings a genuine ease into the texture of your life. You feel less compelled to control every detail and more willing to move with what unfolds organically. You also notice a new depth of emotional honesty within yourself. You allow joy without interrogating whether you deserve it, and you allow sadness without judging yourself for the weight of it. You no longer suppress emotions to maintain an appearance of composure, nor amplify them to feel acknowledged by others. You simply allow them to exist and to move through you as they are designed to. This emotional openness and balance makes you more genuinely present in your own life. You engage in conversations with greater depth, listen with real and sustained attention, and speak with a level of authenticity that invites the same from others. You are no longer searching for hidden meanings beneath every word, or trying to decode every subtle shift in tone. You take people at their word and allow their actions to demonstrate their consistency over time, trusting that what is real will always reveal itself. Over time, you may also notice that others respond to you differently than before. Some feel calmer and more at ease in your presence. Some become more open and willing to be honest. Some may even feel challenged by the grounded energy you carry, because it reflects truths they may not yet be prepared to face within themselves. You do not take this personally. You understand deeply now that every person is on their own path, moving at the pace that their own inner readiness allows. You no longer feel responsible for fixing anyone, rescuing anyone, or carrying anyone's emotional weight as though it belonged to you. You offer understanding where it is genuinely welcomed, and you offer space where it is what is truly needed. The relationships that endure in your life feel more mutual, more honest, and more genuinely respectful than anything you carried before. You stop investing emotional energy in spaces where depth cannot flourish, and begin directing it towards spaces where it naturally and sustainably grows. You also begin to experience silence in an entirely new way. Silence no longer registers as rejection or emotional absence. It feels like space. Space to breathe, to reflect, and to return to yourself without distraction. You are no longer unsettled by quiet moments because you have learned to trust what lives within them. You are comfortable enough with yourself now to sit with your own thoughts without reaching immediately for noise or distraction. This inner comfort becomes one of your most important and enduring strengths. It allows you to genuinely enjoy your own company and to enter any connection from a place of inner fullness